Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. So if you are new here, then my name is Ellie. I have two beautiful children. I have a son who is 4, his name's Dionte-King, and then I have a daughter who's about to be 2 this Friday called Amora Dream. Now, with me being, 14 and pregnant with my first child, and then 16 and pregnant with my second child, I get so much hate on social media, especially TikTok. TikTok is the worst place to be if you cannot handle hate. Like, honestly, they will bash you left, right and centre. I even got put in the Sun news article and everyone was sending it me. I started YouTube around 3 years ago now, but my old channel I couldn't get into for a while, so it made me start this one. I then didn't have TikTok until 2021 in March, and one of my first ever videos blew up, and it was my 14 and pregnant story time, I think, on how I told my parents. So ever since then, I literally got bashed all over social media. You know how people be with young moms, and especially a white mom with 2 mixed race children. Listen, people talk for days and people are so nasty, they're vile, but these are the same people that sit at home, they do nothing with their lives other than literally sit and bash people all on social media. I honestly don't care about hate because I feel like it motivates me more into doing what I like to do, which is doing social media, doing YouTube. Like, I really enjoy doing it, and one person's hate comments or 1,000 person's hate comments is not going to stop me from doing what I want to do. But I know for some people cannot handle the hate, and there's so much stigma on teen moms these days, or even young moms. It's absolutely disgusting. But yeah, I took my hateful comments, I ran with them, and I got even more motivated to annoy people even more than I already do. So we're gonna start off with the first comment that I found. I was just flicking through a few of my old videos and just getting like the top ones that I could find, because on some of the videos there's literally like 3,000 comments, and you know what, majority of them are hate. It's really funny. The first one is, how can you afford to feed them on a paper round? Listen, when I was 14, I did not have a paper round. Obviously I fell pregnant with Dionte when I first turned 14, and I didn't have a paper round. I actually worked in my dad's old shop. I also worked for his business, and I continue to do so. And yeah, I couldn't claim benefits, and you know how people always be on social media about, oh, young moms on benefits. Well, it's so funny because I couldn't even claim benefits because I was underage. So yeah, that is literally how I can afford to have Dionte looking nice, to buy him all what he needed, because like I said, the government wasn't trying to fund me. So yeah, I definitely didn't have a paper round Bradley. And do you know what I've realised? Like, it's literally always the accounts with a profile picture like that. I like, please do better. The next one is, bruh, she got blacked. And then it's got skeleton emojis, enjoy life. Now, I don't actually know what this is really meant to mean, but it is a racial comment. Yes, my preference in men, or what I like, is black men, but that doesn't mean anything, because if I was to have a white baby dad or a white child, honestly, people I don't think would hate on me as much. Like, it's actually mad. So I just don't get it. And 147 people like that comment, and it's just like, you lot are all racist. But I guarantee if I seen you all in the street, you would not be racist towards me or to my child, because let me just tell you, I've never had a racial comment to me in person. Never. Like, nobody's ever said anything racist to me about my children in person, because you just won't. Like, you're not gonna dare open your mouth. I don't even know what account this is, but it's got some fake profile picture. But me and my children are enjoying life. I love, you know, whoever that was. Like, the next one is, you violated the kids. How are you naming them Dionte-King and Amora Dream? I get this so much. And do you know what? This was actually a boy that commented this. But it's a lot of the time from girls, and it always says followed back, which I think is so funny. And I've caught some girls out by they've been nasty about the kids' name, tagging their friends and whatever in my old videos, but in my new videos they're soon to comment nice things, or I've had them try and message me on Snapchat or Instagram, and I just think that go away. Because one thing with me, if you give me hate, I will screenshot your profile. Now I don't do this to everyone, but you know, the people that I know are gonna sometime in my life either beg it or try and be nice to me, I will always screenshot, and then I'm like, oh, it's you, like, I'm just saying, like, I love my children's name. I love the unique names. And I know unique names aren't for everybody, but it's always the people with proper common names that always do the most. Like, I've had people comment stuff like, they're never going to get a job, they're going to get bullied in school. But let me tell you one thing, nobody's going to bully my child, and people do not bully people for names. Like, I actually have never heard of that, like people being bullied in school because of their name. Like, I'm guessing if it was something absolutely mad, then yeah, okay, people might have one or two things to say about it. But far as I'm aware, like, people don't get bullied for their names, and I actually really like their names. Like, anytime I tell people their names, they're like, oh, I love that name. Or I've even had people say, oh, I want to call my future daughter Amora. Like, I just don't see the problem with their names. Honestly, I don't, like, I don't know. I've never seen it. Like, why do people hate on their names so much? Like, I'd rather call my kids something uncommon than something that everybody else has got. Like, I always get comments on the kids' names, literally all the time. The next one is, I'm not surprised of the horrible names. It's always your type of people doing it. I swear to God. Bye. When you say it's always your type of people, I'm guessing you mean white people. Because if, again, I name my kids something common, it'd have been, oh, it's a typical, you know, mixed race people's name. Or was this another thing? Like, someone commented, how's Jaden, Amora and Dionte? And I thought, who's Jaden for one? And I know what they was trying to do, but they wasn't smart enough with it, because I'm always smarter. Like, I'm a actually very clever person. And I just thought, you sound like an idiot, because what is with people and names? Like, why do you hate on little kids for one? Like, that's weird in itself. But to hate on their names, they're not your kids, bro. Like, they are not your children. And I'm saying bro because it was a boy that commented this. This is a good one, yeah? Listen to this. You ruined that young lad's life, forcing him to be a father at 14, taking away his choice and changing the course of his entire life. Wow. So one thing, I've never forced anybody into doing what they've never wanted to do. If my baby dad turned around to me and was like, you know, we're not ready. I mean, you're never ever ready for a baby, whether you're 30 years old, 25, 40, it doesn't matter. You're never ever ready or prepared for a child. Sorry, you're not. You can be the richest person in the world, but it's your mentality that makes you into a parent. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, never forced anybody into having a child, definitely not. Again, yeah, if he said to me, oh, he wasn't ready and stuff, do you know what? I probably would have got an abortion. Like, sorry, but I would have, because I wasn't trying to just raise a child on my own at the age of 14. Like, I'm sorry, but me and my baby dad both agreed to keep Dionte, and I'm really, really happy I did, because that little boy is my heart, my soul, just my entire person. Like, without Dionte, I wouldn't be who I am, where I am, the mature person I am at this age. I wouldn't be any of these things without having Dionte in my life. So I definitely didn't force anybody into having a child. The other thing is, he wasn't 14, he was 15 actually, just turned his 16, but when I gave birth he was 16. So when I fell pregnant, it was like 2-3 weeks before his 16th birthday. So yeah, he wasn't 14. He didn't force me into keeping Dionte, definitely not. And I didn't force him into keeping Dionte, because how can I force him into being a father? Like, you can't. And this is where deadbeat dads come from, because if we as moms could force our baby dads into being parents, I guarantee majority of these deadbeat dads would not be deadbeat dads. Sorry, but yeah, definitely don't force no one. The next one is ruined your childhood. You hardly even started doing your GCSEs at 15. LMAO. Do you know what? If I could be bothered to go up there and get my folder of my GCSEs and all my qualifications, people would start crying, because I'm a qualified nail technician, for one. I made Dionte's car. I'm qualified in construction. I passed my GCSEs and I still attended school up until I was like 30 something weeks pregnant with Dionte. I then was doing college when I fell pregnant with Amora, and then I continued to do online college because we was in lockdown and because I was pregnant. So I passed my GCSEs and also got qualifications and have done other things. And I'm just saying, like, GCSEs ain't all that anyway. So even if I didn't, it actually wouldn't really matter as much, because do you even have yours? Do you even have yours? Does your mum have hers? Because you see what? My dad come out of school with not the best like qualifications and stuff, because he had, like, I think it was dyslexia, and there was obviously loads of family problems I'm not always going to speak about. But my dad now has a successful business. He owns a big business. He's had shops, warehouses. So honestly, GCSEs aren't all that. But yeah, I did pass mine. Like, you can still go school, college, university, which is something that I am going to be starting when I can, when probably Amora is in school. But I do want to start university because I do want to become a midwife. So nothing is going to stop me from doing what I want to do in life. Having kids is definitely not going to stop me. The next one is, where's the dad at? Well, actually, I'll have you know, my kid's dad is more involved with them than a lot of people I know that are older. And if I was an older mom, I wouldn't get asked this question. If I didn't have mixed race children, I wouldn't get asked this question. And I say that because you see all these white teen moms with white children. I never see questions like this on their page, and these moms are literally the same age as me or around the same age, and they don't get asked the same question. It's just literally typical racism, and it's weird. Like, even if the dad wasn't involved, what would it matter? Like, it's not your child, it's not your business. I mean, it's never gonna matter to you because they're not your responsibility, they're mine. But I just always think it's weird. Like, I get the ones where it says, oh, the dad left for milk and never came back, and I just think, like, are you a kid? Are you actually 12? Are you actually like 8 years of age? Because it's weird. Like, the next one is, it's always the white girls. Well, I'm proud to be a white teen mom. Let's just say that. The next one, this one makes me laugh. Must have been loose ASF. I don't think so. Like, I mean, sorry, a bit TMI, but when me and my baby dad had sexual intercourse after Amora was born, and even when Dionte was born, let me tell you, there was no complaints, baby. There was no complaints. And I actually remember asking him something because I was paranoid. Like, I said to Amora's dad after Dionte was born, I was like, what's it like down there? And he's like, damn, you're tight. Okay, so yeah, definitely not loose. And also, let me just tell you one thing as well. Having a baby doesn't make you loose. Having sex with multiple people does not make you loose at all. Because when you actually do the deed, how do I explain it? I remember like doing this in science. Basically, the more like interested the girl is, let's say, in doing the deed, the more she's gonna get wet. Yes. the more she's gonna get wet, or the more she's more comfortable, it gets more, like, I'm doing that because I don't want to say bigger and be wrong, but I know what I'm saying because I did this in science. But yeah, you don't get loose after having a baby, promise you. And if that's so, then your mom's definitely loose with that big head of yours with these big bright ideas. The next one is, you can't give it a good life when you're 14. Well, I'd say Dionte's 4, and I'd say he's got a really good life. I mean, he gets everything he wants. He goes to school and is the most cleverest child I know at his age. He's the best big brother. What else is there? He literally has food in his stomach all day long. He's got a roof over his head. He's happy, he's safe. So, I mean, if that's not giving a child a good life, and that's just the bare minimum, then I don't know. Tell me what I need to do more of, because whew, you must be doing better than me. You must. I've also realised it's always users as well that say the most. I just think it's weird. Okay, right, listen to this. Snow bunny single mom, bet the kids are gonna end up in jail, no doubt about that. Snow bunny. I've actually never been called a snow bunny before. That's mad. Like, that word's actually disgusting. I'm sorry, that word's disgusting. I don't care if you're saying it when, you know, to your partner. That word is absolutely disgusting. And that's so cringy as well. Bet the kids are going to end up in jail. My kids are going to go university and have a good life, babe. I don't know about all you lot, but Amora's dad is going to be paying for them to go private school in the next few years. So my kids are definitely not going to end up in jail, about no doubt about that. Do you know what? Do you know if you used to message me and say, Ellie, can we put a bet on it that your kids are going to end up in jail? I'd actually bet you like 20 grand, 20, 50, name your price. I'll bet you, because I'm winning, because my kids are not going to end up in jail. I'm sorry, so sorry to say. My kids are growing up with a good life. They don't need to be on the streets faking this road life and pretending they're from the hood and, oh, my mum did struggled. Because if I dare ever hear my son start rapping and say, oh, we struggled growing up, boy, yeah, you're taking that music video right down, because we've never struggled. Never ever struggled. I've never struggled growing up. My kids have definitely never struggled growing up, so I never want to hear that come out of either of my kids' mouth, because what the hell. The next one just says, you're finished. Okay, like, what do I say to that? You're finished. How am I finished for literally having 2 kids young? How does that make me finished? I don't get it. I don't get it. Let me in on the joke here. No, it's not. She literally ruined her life. I actually didn't. Like I said, Dionte saved me. When I fell pregnant with Dionte, I was in a very dark, bad way, and I was naughty in school. So when I was in school, I was never like naughty in terms of I didn't do my work. I always made sure my work was done. It was just my behaviour outside of the classroom, let's say. But I haven't ruined my life, because yeah, Dionte literally saved my life. I don't know where I'd be right now without Dionte. And then Amora just completed our little family. Like, Amora was just a missing puzzle that just needed to fit in. That is literally, like, none of my kids, I will ever sit there. It doesn't matter that I didn't get the teenage childhood. And yeah, okay, cool, like, don't get twisted. Sometimes I do think, like, oh my God, what would I be doing if I didn't have kids? But you will never hear me say I regret my kids or they ruined my life, because they definitely didn't ruin my life. 100% they didn't. No way. that is all I'm gonna do for this video. If you want me to do another part to this, because like I said, I get so much hate online, then comment down below. Make sure you go follow all my social medias. If you didn't know, I've had to make a new Snapchat, so go and add me on Snapchat. Make sure you like this video, comment and subscribe, and I love you all, my supportive supporters, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.